So as Joan said, I was new to Axis. I was on Joan's team, and I walked into her office. I think I was at Axis for about 4 weeks at the time. Barely knew how to write an order in ASI. And I walked into her office and I said, Joan, I have kind of a problem. And she was like, what? I said, oh, I have a client that wants to place an order, but they're not currently our client, and I don't really know what I'm doing. So we kind of brainstormed for a little bit in her office, and I ended up calling PowerStick. And this was actually a really good friend of mine that was in a jam. They had a huge event that was running, and the client just decided they wanted high-end gifts for the executives that were going to be at the event, 75 units, to be run and delivered to Atlanta in just over a week, which I know that most of you, that sounds like a really long time, but to me being new, it was crazy. So Simran from PowerStick was just in our office. I called her and asked her what my options were, and she basically walked me through, beginning to end, everything I would need to know. Every decorating area on the PowerStick, how to do it, the amount of imprint colors I could have. Literally, they gave me all the pricing that I could need. And then I sent everything over to the client, and then they changed their mind, I think, 3 times with what their imprint was going to be. Finally placed the order about 4 days before the event, and they delivered flawlessly with about 4 artwork changes and 3 imprint areas and 2 color imprints on each area. So, you know, they really made me feel good about it. I was very calm. I was able to, you know, act like I knew what I was doing to the client, which I think is the most important thing. And then I went into Joan's office later, and she said, I've always wanted to place a big PowerStick order, and you did it within your first month. That's awesome. Even since then, PowerStick's been amazing. I know Steve's come in on his day off to do some virtuals for us to help us close sales with clients. And they just really help us out in getting all the information that we need to the client. So.
Great way to start with the chemistry. You know, one of the added benefits about being a PeerNet principal is getting to meet the other PeerNet principals. And tonight I have the pleasure to be up here with my good friend Elizabeth Tate, who is really